What sticks out when you think of Steve? Besides your dick.
You know what? He was a good cook. I came home one night and he had cooked us dinner. Don't remember what it was, but it was really good.
It's like, yo, I got lobster tail and filet mignon. So I ate it, and he won me over. That was it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The first time I met Steve.
Is when he pooped in a bathroom.
No, that was when you first met Steve. You pooped all over the bathroom.
Nothing but good stuff to say about you.
Steve was very sweet. He took a lot of dares. He would always do things that people thought about doing and were afraid to do. So he wound up with some bloody lips and some bruises and bumps on his head.
Yeah. Any broken bones?
No, he never broke a bone.
Never broke a bone.
Oh, yes, actually he had a broken collarbone, which he blames me for, but that's another story.
What's a funny story about Steve that you know?
A funny story about Steve. Being around Steve is always fun, because Steve is a funny guy.
Let's see. Well, when Steve first started school, I think he was in school 2 days, and he came home and told Mary and I he had a funny joke. This girl climbed up a tree, and she had no underwear on. And Steve thought that was the funniest thing that he learned in school on the second day.
One day I was just getting some orange juice, and I spilled the orange juice, but I cleaned up most of it. But then it came down, it was still all over orange, all over the floor.
Yeah, there was orange juice everywhere.
That's a great story, Dan.
I guess he was pretty clever, and then one time he had a friend sleep over and they used to sleep in the basement, and I went down to check on them to find pumpkin heads in place of their heads on pillows, and they stuffed the sleeping bags with other blankets and they were not there anymore.
Once he stained the bed.
He stained the bed?
He didn't stain the bed. He
Yeah,
farted on Damon's
he did.
bed.
And it
And it
stained.
stained like the smell stain, not like an actual stain.
We had to spray it. It didn't go away. We
I had
had
to
to
wash
change
the
the things. It still smelled like a fart
For how long?
until about the next
Well,
day.
until I took the sheets off and washed them.
No, still after that, it still went through the sheets.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It permeated through the sheets?
Yeah, it was like his mattress. You don't stop.
When you and Steve decided to take Papa's boat that Steve worked so hard on, and I have to say that was one of my happiest moments, was to see that boat finished, that you kids sanded for years. And Steve totally repainted and redid the whole thing. And then you idiots proceeded to get totally shit-faced. And we're going to take the boat out into the intercoastal waterway at the beach in the dark. And we all were in the midst of trying to stop you. And I'm like, the boat has no lights. And Steve's like, yeah, the boat has no lights. We're not taking the boat out. Go inside, Ma. And next thing I know, MacGyver, Peter, is over here hooking up lights to the boat. Who carries boat lights in their car? But they were bound and determined to get that boat out. I was waiting for them to flip over in it, but they didn't. The girls went out and beat the hell out of them, and they had to come in.
Say Uncle.
Dan, I need you to shut up. He was talking about... I don't want to tell that story, never mind. Because this is going to go on YouTube. Probably all of his perverted jokes. He's right on par with my sense of humor. And the story my mom told about us getting drunk and trying to take the boat out, it was not as blown out of proportion as they make it sound. It was, we could have totally done it. It was easy. Steve's always down to do whatever. Hiking, camping, any kind of ass play, he's down for. And that's important.
Have you ever seen his mustache underwear?
You have a mustache underwear?
Why are you in everyone's interview? Your dad has mustache underwear?
Yeah.
Why do you know about that?
Because he wakes me up every morning
With mustache underwear?
in his underwear.
My favorite thing about Steve is his sense of humor. He's really funny. He knows how to make me laugh. And
My favorite thing is, why is there a blur in the camera?
there's no blur. Chill out.
Dan, what's your favorite thing about Steve?
I don't know.
And he's a great father, too.
You don't know? You don't have one thing you could say good about your dad?
You wrote that he's the best dad ever in his birthday card. What makes him the best dad ever?
That he convinced you to buy Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
I think he is a great guy. He's come a long way. He takes good care of his family, and his 30 years are the best 30 years of my life.
It's good to see that we instilled a lot of the right qualities in him. I think he's doing a great job. Being a father's not easy, especially with a little boy like Dan, right, Dan? He has his hands full, but I think he's doing very well.
I do want to say that Steve is a fantastic brother-in-law and really great to my sister. I don't think I say that enough. I'm kind of an asshole. I'm a hermit crab, so I never want to leave my house. That doesn't mean that I don't love you to death, Steve. I would do anything for you. I would kill a man for you.
Yeah, he's the only one from.
If matter of fact, if you need me to kill Dan or your dog, anytime. What is your favorite thing about Steve?
My favorite thing about Steve is, and this is the truth, anytime you need him, he's there. He's always there. And there's no doubt that he's a big part of the family. And he's always funny. And he's given me he's given me one beautiful grandson. And he's the best dad to both of them.
I love watching him as a dad. I love that he's comfortable with both the boys. I mean, he and Dan are really thick, and he does a great job with Anthony. He changes diapers, he feeds him. Even from day one, he was comfortable taking care of him without caning around. And I was really surprised after just a short time, he would take Anthony shopping with him, and he was just an infant in a car seat. And he's doing really well with them.
All right. You got any advice for 30?
Advice for 30. Boy, I remember when I thought I'd never make it to 30. I think it's a milestone in life, but it's one of many that you have to achieve. So I think he's headed in the right direction. He's got a nice little family. He has a house that we've been working pretty hard on, and he has a good career started. So I think age is just a frame of mind, and I think he's doing quite well.
After like 21, birthdays don't matter anymore. So just keep being you. Keep doing your thing. Keep being a dad. You're awesome at it. And just be you, man. I don't have any advice for you. You're doing good. You're doing probably better than I am. So happy birthday, Steve. I love you. You're 30. Just work on those blowjob skills and you'll be good to go.
Happy birthday, Steve. I love you. Mwah.
My advice for Steve, which he already heard about today at 30, is that he go back to school and get his MBA. I think he'd be really happy if he did that and further his career. And happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday and many more, Steve. Yeah. You got a long way to catch me.
Happy birthday, Steve. I love you. I hope you love your kayak, and I can't wait to see you fishing it.
That was my idea!
All right, get up here and say happy birthday
Not
to
your
your dad.
idea.
You know what's my idea to get the fishing thing? Happy birthday, Dad!
Steve, happy birthday. Hope you don't get ED, and I hope you're not low T. Okay. Good talk.
Hey, Frankie.
I'll do it.
No, you don't know how to do it.
I do.
No, you don't.
Why does it come up there?
Move it.